here, Rodney.
What are you in line for? You in line for?
Mine train.
Mine train. You're towing up for mine train.
Christian.
There's more barrels. we are staying at Pop Century. I don't think we've said that yet. We got here pretty late last night. We are in the 70s section. We're in the building with a huge big wheel.
Look at them.
And over there is the other 70s building with the huge Mickey phone, and in the middle is the foosball. Okay, we are finishing the evening with some dessert. We have the Rainbow of Pride cake, which is available at a few resort food courts, including Everything Pop, Shopping and Dining. It is a vanilla cake with lemon cheesecake filling, rainbow sprinkles, and white chocolate.
Take a bite and give it your brother.
That's just white chocolate.
Yeah. Alright. Christian, your sister has some white chocolate for you. Come here, Belle.
I need to dry my hair.
Okay, try the cake.
Is it good?
Good.
Christian?
Delicious.
It's a good cake. Nice and moist. The lemon isn't too overpowering. So
Hey, you're sitting on my scalp.
There's a nice cake. Pretty good. I like it. It's like it. Also have the flashback oatmeal cream pie, which is it's pretty heavy and pretty big. This is a standard Nalgene lid, so it's a good size for $5.50 in today's economy. Is it yummy? Christian, you sure you don't want to bite?
okay, come here then.
All right, you guys are done with it? Okay. Okay, we are back home because last night was busy and then we went to bed. So, Bella, did you have fun at Magic Kingdom yesterday?
Yeah.
What was your favorite thing we went on?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
You mean the ride you said you didn't even want to go on? Did you have fun on Mine Train?
Yeah. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going everywhere.
Whoa. All right.
I did not like the one in the phone. I did not like the line for Mine Train.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. But other than that, did you have a good time at Magic Kingdom, Christian? What ride did you like best that we went on?
Pirates.
Pirates, that was your pick, right? Okay. It was fun. And the weather wasn't too bad, right? But Daddy and I will talk about the line for Mine Train. Got anything else to add? Ooh, what did you think of those desserts last night?
Delicious.
Did you like the oatmeal cream pie?
Yeah, I like the rainbow thing.
Yeah.
Rainbow cake?
Yeah, I like the rainbow cake.
Very good.
They're both good. All right. Okay. Did you have a good time at Magic Kingdom?
I did. It was a good time. Weather wasn't too bad. Sprinkled a little bit, but I actually made it so that it was nicer,
Yeah,
honestly.
for the most part, it was pretty overcast.
Mm-hmm.
The weather all weekend was good.
Yeah.
There still is, I guess, a tropical storm happening. But Florida was supposed to get hit with a ton of rain. Part of Florida we were in did not. It rained a bit at Epcot, and it sprinkled while we were at Peppa Pig, and it sprinkled maybe a couple times while we were at Magic Kingdom, but not.
Yeah, it never got to like a full rain. It was just always a sprinkle, whether it was a heavy sprinkle at times or it was just a light sprinkle. It was never anything too crazy that we had to break out the ponchos for. We did break one out to cover the stroller, but that was about it. So.
Not at Magic Kingdom.
No, not at Magic Kingdom, at Epcot.
Yeah.
But.
So we went on Pirates, we went on Carpets, we went on Barnstormer, and then we went on. Yes, Isabel. Yes.
Yes. What?
And I was controlling it like this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you were making the magic carpet go like
Tilt
this.
up and down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Mine train we decided to do because Bella's tall enough for it now, and we got in the line when it was posted 80 minutes. Now, we've talked about this before, I believe. There is no way for them to accurately estimate wait times right now because they're just not. They could send a cast member through the line or whatever. We're not going to get into that.
Nope.
This is not about wait times, posted versus real. I didn't have a problem waiting 80 minutes for Mine Train because we waited that long for Slinky Dog. We waited that long for Guardians even after being called back. So 80 minutes wasn't a huge deal, especially because it was her first time to be able to go on it. And really, 3 o'clock, it was like 3:30 when we got in line.
Yeah, it was about 3:30.
That's not, I mean, that's a
It's
very
not
good
unreasonable. Yeah.
wait time for that attraction. Now, the line was moving, like we'd move and then we'd stop and we'd move. Like any ride that has to be loaded and unloaded. It was when we got inside where we had one last loop to go around where we would be
loaded. We'd be queued up to load onto the next mine car.
You want to talk about that?
Sure. So once we got into the vault, we could see clearly the lightning lane. We couldn't see how many people all the time, but we could see the computer
light up
with the greens showing people were going through. And they just kept on going through. At one point, to get us all the way to where we were, just before we the inside of the vault basically had a really big issue with the cast member. They let one more group of about 25 to 30 people go, which seems standard for the ratios that we had heard about. And mind you, that does vary based on the ride
and the day
and whatever's happening. There's a lot of different things that go into it. So we got up to where we're about to hit the last.
There's probably 30 people in front of us.
Yeah.
When the line just stopped.
It just stopped, and we kept on seeing green after green after green of lightning lane, and we're like, okay, cool. It's been about 30, 40. We were like, okay, we should be getting ready to have a good chunk of us go. And then where the problem started was the cast member came over, let a group of 4, party of 4 through.
And then a group of 2.
And then a group of 2. And
then the lightning lane people were back.
Yep, and then they were back. And then here's where everybody pretty much
lost it.
Was the first time it happened. We were like, wait, what's going on here? Cast member came over. There were 2 individuals that were going to single rider the attraction. Cast member came over, said, how many? They said 1. They took the 1 and then closed the rope again. And so some people were like, hey, what's going on? Why aren't we moving? And the cast member was kind of dismissive and said, I'm just abiding by the ratios.
And then he walked away.
And we were like, okay, well, maybe something weird is happening. And we sat there for another about 5-10 minutes. And then the cast member came back again, let that second individual that was single ridering through, and then shut down the thing. That's kind of where everybody lost it at that point. Everybody started getting very vocal and was like, hey, what is going on? Why are we not being allowed to continue through the line? Even though we saw people coming. At this point, we were past where we could see where the lightning lane green checks were coming. So all we saw was just people continuously filling the ride vehicles. And we were like, they have to be lightning lane.
They were lightning lane. So the gentleman behind us finally asked to talk to the cast member, and he asked for the cast member supervisor, was told that could not happen, that the ratio was 1 party from the standby line until the lightning lane was clear.
They were supposed to clear the lightning lane and then let 1 party through, and then clear the lightning lane and then let the party through. If you know anything about Mine Train, that lightning lane is never going to be empty. As soon as you clear it, you're gonna have more people that are coming around the bend. So if that cast member statement was correct about their supervisor directing, and this is a shift supervisor prerogative to initiate, clear the lightning lane, and then let one party through. If that is in fact what's happening, that's never gonna work, ever.
Right. You can't let one person go and then let hundreds of people from the lightning lane go. I understand that they are paying $11, $12, whatever it is for Mine Train on that day, because it is an individual attraction selection. It is pay for that ride. I understand they're paying for it. They probably paid for regular Genie Plus on top of that. They're paying a lot of money. But I paid a lot of money to be in that park too, and it's not fair to those of us in the standby line who are just standing there waiting, who, yes, I know there's a ratio. I've talked to a cast member about it before at Buzz Lightyear. I feel like we talked about it, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, but even with a ratio of, at Buzz Lightyear at the time, it was 100 lightning lane to 25 standby. Even at that rate, you've got a continuous flow of lightning lane. You would still have that kind of stop and go sporadic movement in the standby line, and there wouldn't have really been an issue because we would have seen about 100 people go,
and then you let 25 go from the standby
line. You let a
line.
chunk of people go, and you keep the line moving.
Not a party of one.
Yeah. Now the second part of this that really kind of irked a lot of people and irked us because we were kind of right there when it happened. Was once we were passing the cast member who was doing most of the talking,
because he finally did let us and the party behind us, so the 30 people maybe go, and then the party behind us, they were the last ones, and he put the rope back up.
Mind you, this was the individual that did confront the cast member and had requested his supervisor. However, the shift supervisor was never called to our knowledge.
No one was called.
No.
He didn't even attempt to get to, he just said he can't do that.
Yep.
So as we walked past, I politely said that someone needs to reevaluate the ratios. And he said, well, we don't do that here. That's much higher above us. The person who does that doesn't even work here. He doesn't come here.
And we kind of we're making comments, not snide comments or anything like that, but we were just kind of inquiring, and he alluded that Bob Chapek made the ratios, which is completely false. The CEO does not set the ratios.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care. He cares about the money, and that's fine. We understand that Disney and a lot of theme parks are
They are a company. They are trying to make money.
They're trying to make money, especially after being closed for so long with COVID. So we understand that they're trying to make money, but at the same time, that shift supervisor was the one who set that. And for that cast member to kind of undermine and talk down to paying customers was completely unacceptable. And the fact that their shift supervisor was requested by a customer and never called is kind of an issue as well.
So we were just annoyed mostly. I understand lightning is a thing. I understand it's all, well, okay, I can't say it's always gonna be a thing, because if enough people complain about it, maybe it won't be a thing anymore.
Yeah.
But the point was that cast member was very rude.
The cast member was very rude, and we understand. We weren't attacking him individually. We were just saying that we wish that someone would look at these ratios, that they would reevaluate it. We were never, ever directed him. We were never rude to him. And it seems like, and more than likely what happened was more than one guest had been kind of like, hey, what's going on? And they were
But
probably constantly.
at that point, then he should say, maybe I should get my supervisor.
Yep. And
to have someone higher than me, someone that's not wearing the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train Fantasyland outfit, address this. So he was rude. He rolled his eyes at multiple guests, and he just had a very bad attitude. So after the ride, which we all had fun on, Bella enjoyed it. If I had waited the 90 minutes we waited without the issues with the cast member, I would have been happy waiting 90 minutes, even though it was posted 80, because we know that wait times can, it
happens.
It's not a science.
Yep.
When we went on Buzz that one time, it said 60,
Yeah.
so it was 90.
All right.
Yes. However, the cast member's attitude, I thought, needed to be addressed. So after riding Mine Train, I made my way to the front of Main Street while they went to get the stroller, and I went to guest relations, where I sadly had to make a cast member complaint The cast member at guest relations was very understanding of the situation. She was very polite. She asked if she could make a lightning lane reservation for us. We were already on our way out of the park. Otherwise, we would have, done that. But we were done for the day. Because we're annual pass holders and we're there, we weren't, we have to stay here till close. But I did address it. She said she was going to be sending it over to Mine Train to be addressed. So.
Yeah. And we didn't do this to be, for all intents and purposes, a Karen. It was, we felt that the cast member was not being professional,
magical,
or really anything. And for me, at least, if a supervisor is requested, then they should request a supervisor. Also, them just walking off when a guest is trying to understand something, and all they kind of threw out was it's ratios, and didn't explain anything else until the second time they came back. At that point, you got to figure, hey, listen to the guest, figure out what's going on. Those aren't made by me. I am willing to go and get my supervisor. Right. Let the supervisor, like Miriya said, let the supervisor handle it. They get paid the big bucks to handle that kind of thing. You're a lower level cast member. Field the complaints. Get your supervisor, because guess what? They're supposed to deal with this, and it puts them on the spot. You are following orders. Being in the military, I'm very familiar with all of this, and it's like, cool. I tell someone to do something, they better do it. If someone below or above them has a problem, then they can forward them to me, and I will, as the supervisor, I will take the heat for that, or I will explain it. Right. So that's what the cast member should have done.
So we understand he's a cast member, he's just doing his job. But when I asked the cast member, just out of curiosity, after the Buzz Lightyear incident in, I want to say it was February.
Yeah, I think so.
After that, they asked me if I did want to talk to a supervisor. At that point, I said no. We'd gone on the ride. It wasn't a huge deal. I was mostly just asking what the ratio was at that point, and I was asking if there was some way that they were tracking wait times at that point. And because they can't at this point still. They're not. Yeah. They're literally just guessing, and that's fine. But I was just asking what the ratio was. So when they asked me at that point if I wanted to talk to a supervisor, I know it's an option. It's always an option to talk to somebody's supervisor. I'm not, saying this lowly cast member at Seven Dwarfs Mine Train asking how many people are in my party is, making any type of decisions. But they should be willing to make a guest happy and not just care about how much money is going into somebody else's pocket.
Yeah, and like I said, I would want to get the heat off of me right away. Like, okay, customers are not happy. Great, I'm gonna get the person that told me, hey, this is what I'm supposed to do, and hey, sorry, I've got a problem. I need you to handle it while I continue to serve the other guests in the capacity that you, and under the instructions that you gave me. So, yeah, that was our biggest complaint. The wait time was not the complaint. It was how the cast member handled the situation.
And also the fact that 100 lightning made people go and 25
okay.
standby people.
We know. We talked about it. We're good. Anyway, we took the monorail back per Bella's. Which one you said you wanted to ride the monorail? Was that
Bella did.
You said you wanted to ride the monorail?
Yeah, we took the ferry boat to Magic.
We were one of the last people to get on the ferry boat too. So all weekend we had pretty good luck getting in line at the right times for things, because we got in line for Barnstormer. We got on that in 15 minutes, and then the line got longer. Pirates stayed the same.
Pirates did stay the same, and then
Carpets stayed the same.
Carpets stayed relatively the same. Actually, I think we were at that point where they were letting the lightning lane people in, and there was a lull in them coming in, so we kind of just pushed
for Carpets.
Yeah, for Carpets.
Well, see, there was no one in line for lightning lane. I don't know.
I don't know. Why
Magic Carpets is not a good use of your lightning lane. Please don't do it. The line, if you're just trying to book one so that you can quickly use it and book your next one, I guess.
Yeah. But I mean, we were just up there and
we waited 15 minutes to get on the ride.
It wasn't bad. It really wasn't.
Don't book lightning lane. That will mostly anything.
And it's fine, Kristen. People are allowed to.
I mean, they can book lightning lane for whatever they want. Isabella, if you are not gonna just sit here, please walk away, okay? What happened there was nobody in lightning lane at that point, and so the cast member was going. They were letting us just
keep going instead of holding us. So we kind of got in front of people, so that's okay.
The cast member said you're going to need to wait here for the 4 people
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
the 4
lightning
people.
lane, and so they let the like 5 or 6 people behind us go because it's magic carpets, people. Anyway,
No, so we didn't mind the magic carpets because it's just carpets.
Yeah.
We're just Dumbo, though.
Yeah.
so we went back to the resort. The kids and I got dropped off, and we got to the pool. We went to the computer pool, which had a lot less people in it, which was really nice. Spent about 30 minutes there. Bella was jumping in, going underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christian loves to jump in the water. But when we went in, I want to say September, because I think you were icing your knee while I took them to the pool.
Yeah, I think that was.
And Mommy.
And Bella.
I had goggles.
Yes, she had goggles on. They both had goggles on. She was jumping in the pool, having the best vest pop her back up, having the best time. But that was a wise choice for which pool to go to. It was close to our building, and there were like 5 other people at the pool.
Yeah.
Which was nice. And then we went and scoped out the gift shop. Christian got some pins.
Yep.
Yeah, and I got some. I got
They're on the steps if you want to grab them. Bella, they both took their own money and bought themselves toys. Bella got some princesses.
No.
Well, okay, they bought themselves stuff.
Bella was the only one
Okay.
that
You got some pins, and then Isabella got some. She got some princess toys. Yeah, they bought it all with their own money.
Yes.
I got a cute little puppy pin.
That's Tramp.
There you go. And then
And a Mickey
Ooh.
and Donald pin.
this one's pretty cool.
Both of these pins were silver.
Yes,
Yep.
each of the pins was $10.
$10.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's pretty good for that Mickey and Donald one.
Yeah.
I have $5.
Yeah, and it's part of the collection, so I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So.
And then we got the oatmeal cream pie
Though I did not.
and the rainbow cake, which we showed you. So the kids told what they thought about those things, and I think we both talked about the cake.
Yep,
What did
we
you
did.
think about the oatmeal cream pie?
It was really good. It
was massive.
It was massive. It had some heft to it, like Miriya said. But it was really nice. The oatmeal flavor was nice and cinnamony. It was really
raisins
nice
in
and
it, too.
moist. The raisins were a nice burst of sweetness.
So it was really good and really flavorful. Last year when I went to Disney and I was coming home, I stopped at a gas station, got an oatmeal cream pie. I used to love oatmeal cream pies. I don't know what's happening to snack cakes, but that thing was not good. There was no flavor to it. The oatmeal cream pie at Pop Century
was delicious. Yeah, we've had the same thing last year with the Wookiee cookie at Disney's Hollywood Studios. That was also very similar in texture and composition.
So the flashback oatmeal cream pie, I think, is new in the last couple of weeks to Pop Century. So
Yeah.
if you do want to get it, it's in the bakery thing. It's in a little paper package next to like the chocolate chip cookies.
This is the Mickey and Donald pin.
And
with
it is not under refrigeration, so be aware of that. The cake, though, because it is a lemon curd cream cheese or cheesecake, I'm sorry, it is under refrigeration, so just be aware of that.
The rainbow cake is just for June. The oatmeal cream pie is there for longer.
Yep.
This is the cute little puppy pin without the cardboard.
Very good.
So overall, it was a good weekend trip. The whole reason we went down to Florida was to go to Peppa Pig theme park, but figured annual passes
Might as well hit
go to a
Disney.
Disney park
yeah.
or two.
And also on each of the lines, there's little cubbies that you can put your items
Oh, for Peppa Pig, yep. We've
Yes.
already talked about that.
Well, no, I don't think we did.
Did we?
No, so at Peppa you can't take anything on the rides. It's not like Disney, so they do have little cubbies to put all your belongings in.
Yep.
Thank you, Christian.
You cannot fit an umbrella in them, though you can like put some of it in and they'll just
Yeah.
So good weekend. We've got I've got a trip coming up in a couple of weeks, and then our next family Disney World trip is going to be in August.
Yep. Then after that, we've got our cruises.
Yes. So if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you for listening to us rant.
Yep.
We will have a couple of weeks after this video that aren't, no, After this video will be the girls' trip, and then after that trip will be the kind of lull between trips. We'll have a couple of weeks where we don't have.
Probably do some old festival content and talk about
We'll do
that.
something.
So, yeah.
But thank you for watching.
Like and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. Let us know what you guys want to see.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.